So, here's something I want to share with you if you are struggling with practicing regularly or seeing any kind of sense in doing spiritual practices. Um, the thing I want to share with you is that you can have a shift in how you view practice. So, one way of seeing it subconsciously, which is probably the way you're seeing a practice and which makes you struggle with it, is seeing it as something that you have to do for a certain benefit, for something that you want to have as a reward of the energy and time that you put in. This is kind of the very normal habitual assumption that we have with many things that we do in life that, first of all, um, require some effort of us, something that we have to put in that doesn't feel immediately rewarding in and of itself. And for many people, that's how practice starts out. So try to get into a recognition and subconscious, or build up this framing from which you then practice, which is that you don't have to practice. Really, nobody tells you you have to practice. It's your own free choice. And so you can choose whether this is part of your life or not. So, first of all, there's nobody and no shoulds here. You shouldn't practice. Really, this is not something very obvious and easy, and also it's an important thing, an important framing. So really, you don't have to do this. Understand that there's a free choice, and you shouldn't. Nobody tells you you should practice. You could, and many people do, go about your whole life not doing a single meditation session anymore. You don't have to. That would be completely okay, you see? And really, the question you have to ask yourself is, do I want to meditate? Do I want this? And then again comes in the framing that I talked about in the beginning. You don't do this for any kind of reward for something that you put in. It is going to be something that you do for itself. So you practice meditation, even though it doesn't feel that way always, or maybe in the beginning never, and you don't get why people do it. But imagine the people who are really sticking to it, who are really making this a way of life. They are getting something out of it, and not in the sense that like there's a reward and something that you can take from it and show to other people and put on your resume or something like this. No, you have some immediate gratification. And even though you may not feel it in your practice, because maybe you haven't done it long enough, or you are not doing certain kind of practices, whatever, there's the, the framing you have to apply is, I want to lead this lifestyle where I'm meditating, and I do it for itself. So again, here comes this crucial recognition of any expectations of reward that you bring into practice, that you hold during practice. It's only one aspect, but it's a critical aspect to recognize, critical thing to recognize that your mind is doing. See if you're in your meditation sessions, you hold up any kind of expectations, if they are there lingering, maybe not always in the front, and in the attention of your mind, but really ask yourself, why am I meditating? Do I bring these expectations with me into my sessions? Or can I say they are part of a certain state of mind and they are useful and they fulfill their role, maybe to get you to the cushion or whatever. But if you bring them to the cushion, that's not where you want them. So with this whole reframing that you're not doing meditation for any type of reward is really the mindset that you have during your sessions. On another level, of course, we can talk about the benefits and rewards of practice, but that's not what I mean. I hope you can see the distinction that I'm trying to make here. And I have mentioned this in other videos before. There's always a difference between some true statements intellectually and a way of practice, and statements that are meant as a way of practice. This causes a lot of confusion for people. Many statements and teachings, they are not meant as literally true statements. They are meant as something that helps you in practice finding the right attitude, the right view of things. And so they are not taken to be literally true in many cases. And so again here, don't misunderstand me. There are rewards to meditation, but those again you will mostly recognize through reflection of how you lead your life, how you are interacting with people. And you might say those are immediate then, but immediate in those moments, but they are not something that you kind of have in your mind while you're practicing. So really, while you practice, so again, to summarize quickly, because it's easy to forget this and then drop back into habitual modes of holding up these ideas of practicing for a reward. While you practice, don't long for anything other than the moment itself. There are no rewards, there are no benefits, there are no shoulds. You practice or you don't. So I hope this is helpful, and yeah, maybe it helps you along your way in your practice. And yeah, with that, thank you for watching and see you in the next one.